Hi everyone, it's Marianne. Welcome to my Wishlist Live. So today I'm very excited because I'm sharing with you my 2022 Plantiful Planner. So when I decided to come up with the planner, I wanted to create one that specifically caters to the need of plant parents like you and I so that we can be on top of our plant care game as well as our productivity and wellness goals in the coming new year. So right now I'm going to do a flip through of the Plantiful journal so you can see what's inside, but you will see that this one is designed like a bullet journal. So if you're into bullet journaling like I am, there's space for you to customize and create your own themes for each month. And there's also extra dotted pages and line pages for you to create your own spreads and also write your notes for each month. But if you're more of a minimal planner and you want to keep it clean and simple, this one is ready for you to use as all the templates are already done for you. So yes, I'm very excited to go through the flip through. But before I go through the flip through, I want to share with you the cover of the planner. As you can see, I kept it minimal and simple, but still give that houseplant and boho vibe with the design and coloring. And on the spine, it says 2022 planner, and the back is just plain a continuation of the design of the front cover and just the barcode. And as you can see from the light reflection, the cover is printed glossy and is encased laminate hardcover. As you can hear right there, a little bit of ASMR. But yeah, so let's go through the contents of the 2022 Plantiful Journal. And if you're interested in purchasing it, it's available on Amazon. The link is down in the description. So first page is this POTHOS wreath, which is going to be a recurring theme throughout the planner. And this says this planners belong to, and you can put your name in the middle of the wreath. And this one is just some copyright notices. 2022 planner created by me at my Wishlist Live, all rights reserved. And this is the 2022 calendar. And here it says 2022, have a plentiful new year. And this is the year at a glance. It has a box for each month. And in each month, you can either do two things: go back onto this page each month and kind of write or doodle the highlights of each month. Or if you have important dates coming up in each month, you can put in here and have your year at a glance. And this page is a dotted page. It has a headline, "This year I intend to." So this one is typically what is supposed to be for your New Year's resolutions, but instead of resolutions, I'd like to make intentions instead, or create manifestations for the upcoming new year. So this is where you could put all of that, either make a list or create a doodle or make a collage on it. And this is where the Plantiful Plant Parent part of this planner begins, with the plant inventory. So I have 3 pages of the plant inventory, so you can make a list of all the plants that you have in your collection, put their name, and the amount could be how many of each plant you have if you have duplicates like I do, or how much you've paid for it if you want to keep track of the amount you spent on your plants, and any notes that you might have. And in here there's a column that is a very small column that I didn't name. So this one you could just like number it if you'd like, or you could create acronyms for your plant names, which will come really handy later on with the Houseplant Tracker, which I'm going to show you soon. And so there's a couple more pages of the plant inventory. And this one is wishlist plants. So you can write what are your wishlist plants for the upcoming new year. You can write them down, doodle them, print pictures out, and paste them here, whatever you like. And over here you have the basic plant care tips. So I go over like the most basic and most important things that you kind of like. This serves more of like reminders and not necessarily a tutorial or very detailed how-tos on plant care, but these are just like quick reminders that is great for beginners, but also even for more experienced plant parents, the things like we kind of forget about: light, water, soil, fertilizing, humidity, and pests when it comes to our house plants. So this is just like a quick look to remind you of the basic plant care tips, whether you're a beginner or a more experienced plant parent. And this one's a plant light guide, which is just a visual presentation of the light guide based on window direction and what type of plants does best in each type of windows. And kind of like with the basic plant guide, a little bit more details on the plant watering guide, but it's not overly detailed so that you're not bogged down with too much information, but just, you know, the basic information that you need to know about watering your plants. And repotting tips, so when to repot, when not to repot, how to repot plants. Again, these are just like checklists and guidelines and tips when it comes to repotting your plants. And for each season, I create a plant care checklist. So these are kind of like the things that you need to be mindful of or need to do for your house plants on top of your regular plant care routine. And like I said, I created them for each season, and I have placed them right before each season starts. So for this one, I put it on the winter plant care list so that you'll have it for January, February. So you have the winter plant care checklist for those couple of months in the winter. And after you've taken your plans for the winter, you can create your winter bucket list. So these are the things that you kind of want to do or your goals for the winter season. And in each month, there is a quote. Like with January, this one, it says time to turn over a new leaf, and it's a different one for each month. And here is the month of January. You have the calendar, and this is where you could really customize your planner if you'd like. And if you're into bullet journaling, you could create themes and create doodles around this, all of this negative space around the calendar month. And there's always a blank page right before the monthly spread. So again, there's space for you to create your doodles and themes for the month. And this is January, and each month would have the goals and notes along with the monthly spread. And then you'll have your weekly planner. So the weekly planner, it's 6 boxes. So you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the weekend. And underneath of that, you also have space for your weekly goals and your to-do. And on the left side of each weekly planner, I do have the food journal that you could use as your meal planner / tracker, and also keep track of your water intake. So for each day of the week, you can list what you're going to have or what you had for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. And I created this food journal because for me personally, it is helpful with my tracking of my water intake as well as what I eat to make sure that I am eating healthy and eating on time. But I'm very mindful of this page not contributing to diet culture, so there's no calorie counter or space for you to write down your calories intake. This is really just for meal planning and tracking purposes, and also for your water intake. And if this is not your thing, you can just ignore it. But I did put it next to the weekly planner just because my previous experience in bullet journaling and meal planning and meal tracking, if it's not something that I see all the time, it's something that I wouldn't keep up with. So if it's right next to the weekly planner, it's something that I would see every week or almost every day, so that I'll be able to fill it up. And if you want to ignore it, it's very easy to ignore because it's on the left side, and just focus on the weekly planner. So I have that for each week in each month. And also the weekly planners alternate in format. So this one is the horizontal format. This one is the vertical format, because for me, it's easier for you to keep track of the week and you don't confuse the weeks with each other, because that has happened to me too, whether bullet journaling or just using a regular planner. And after the last page of the weekly planner, you'll have the mood tracker, again using the shape of the POTHOS wreath, and each part of the leaf is marked with numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 31, which you can then color based on your mood tracking system. And I put some emoticons here so you could color code this according to your emotions. And I also put additional circles if there is something that doesn't satisfy your needs, or if instead of a mood tracker you want to make this into an energy tracker or a physical health tracker. So you could create your own emoticons as well and color code it and use it on the wreath. So at the end of the month, you can see the pattern of your moods or your physical health, and you will have a good record of that. And right next to the mood tracker is the habit tracker, and it allows you to track up to 4 habits each month. And I was very mindful that not to go over 4, because I feel like if you're tracking more than 4 things a month, and when you already have the meal tracker, the water intake tracker, and your mood tracker, and to have more than 4 habits that you're tracking, I think it's a little bit too much and it's borderline unhealthy. So with this habit tracker, I also put right next to it is what habit you're tracking, your goal, how much you have done, and what's your reward. And what I want with this habit tracker is to set you up for success and not for failure. So for example, if you want to track how many times you work out or how many times you exercise, so instead of feeling like guilty or feeling like a failure because you didn't go to the gym every day or you didn't exercise every day, you can set a goal of 10, so going to the gym 10 times this month. So maybe if you went to the gym 7 out of 10, then that is a success for you and you'll get your reward that you planned for yourself. So this habit tracker is designed to set you up for success and not for failure. And next one is your Houseplant Tracker, which is a 2-page spread. And this is where the acronyms from the plant inventory comes in handy if you don't want to write out all the full names of your plants each month. You can just go by the acronym. For me, the way that I would use it is I just use it based on the general category of my plants. Like instead of putting every single pothos plant that I have, I probably just put pothos or pothos in IKEA greenhouse cabinet or something like that, so that I don't have to write every single plant that I have into the tracker. But if you want this, up to you. I think there's ample space in here. And what you can do is, for example, for if I put pothos here and I watered it on the first, then I could just either check that or color that based on the icons that I have in here. These icons over here, they're not just meant to be clip arts, but something that you could use as a color code as well. So this one is for watering, repotting, fertilizing, and there's 4 extra leaves that you'd also turn into icons for anything that you are tracking with your houseplants. So if you color code the water can, let's say blue, so under 1 you color it blue, then you know that you watered your plant on the first day of the month, and maybe on the 5th you fertilized it and you color this, maybe, I don't know, green, so you color the box green under the 5th day, so that is like your fertilizing day, and so on and so forth. So it's really up to you how you want to use it and how you want to customize it, but everything is there for you to help you do that. And there's also notes at the bottom so that you could also keep track of what your icons mean, and if there's any specific notes that you have for any of the plants that you're tracking. Maybe one is ailing, one is propagating, or whatever it is that you want to make note with regards to your houseplants. And as mentioned, there are additional dotted pages for you to create additional pages or spreads that you might want to have more of the houseplant tracker, so you can create more of that here. Or if you want to create your own spreads for the month, like for me, I might create a reading list spread because I want to keep track of the stuff that I'm reading each month. Or maybe if I'm traveling that month, I'll create a spread to keep track of the places I've been to, or maybe do a travel bucket list, or just make note of the things that I need to pack for said trip. And there's 4 dotted pages for you to do that, so that is 4 spreads that you can do additional. And then there's 6 blank pages for you to write your notes on, so for any note taking that you need to do, you have space to do that. There's 6 pages in each month, so that's pretty much the same content for each month. As you can see, in February it has a different code. It says plant yes you maybe, but as far as the format, it's the same. You have the monthly spread, a blank page for you to do your themes and doodles, the food journal, the weekly planner, and then the mood tracker, the habit tracker, the houseplant tracker, your additional dotted pages, your lined pages for your notes. And then at every start of the season, like with this one before March, I have the spring plant care checklist and the spring bucket list for you to do the same thing like you did with winter. You have your plant care checklist for the spring, and you could create a bucket list for the upcoming spring season. And that's the same for the summer. You have the summer plant care checklist and your summer bucket list. And then right before September, you have the autumn plant care checklist and the autumn bucket list. And right before November, I also placed the winter plant care checklist again, as well as a holiday season bucket list. So yeah, and at the end of the planner, it's just clip arts of different houseplants. But yeah, that is the 2022 Plantiful Planner. And in connection to my 2022 Plantiful Planner, I also have some merchandise in my Etsy shop. I have released the Have a Plantiful tote bag and the Mary Plantmas tote bag, which are 100% cotton reusable tote bags that you can use as your everyday bag for your holiday shopping or running your errands, or you can use as reusable gift bags for this holiday season. And this one is the Have a Plantiful Day tote bag. It has a POTHOS wreath that says Have a Plantiful Day in the middle, and the Have a Plantiful Day bag also comes in black. And this one is a more minimal design that just says Plantiful with monstera leaves on each end. And like the Have a Plantiful Day bag, it also comes in black. And my favorite design is the Mary Plantmas tote bags, which has tropical leaves shaped like a Christmas tree and has the Mary Plantmas at the bottom. And this one is also printed on a much nicer canvas bag. It is still 100% cotton, but it's made with more thread count and nicer construction, and it's from the brand Unique Clothes. So, and this one's also a bit larger than the Have a Plentiful Day or the Plantiful tote bag. So I really like this one. And with any of the tote bags, they are very lightweight and you can fold them into a much compact size. So if you don't want to use it as your everyday bag, you could fold it up and put it in your purse or in your bag, and it won't take up too much space in your purse or bag, and you'll always have a reusable bag on hand. And you could also use this as a holiday gift bag that is reusable and sustainable, and is also a gift in of itself. And because of that, I have attached tags in every bag that says to and from in case you want to use it as a gift bag. And it also comes with a Mary Plantmas holiday card that is blank inside. So everything that you need to use it as a gift bag this holiday season already comes when you purchase any of the tote bags, whether it's the Have a Plentiful Day tote bag or the Mary Plantmas tote bag. And a variation of the Mary Plantmas bag is the same design but just different material. So this one, instead of the green foil, it is made of green glitter. And this one is the same thing, green glitter, red foil. But at the Mary Plantmas, it has additional decor. Like this has a leaf at the end in green glitter. And this one also has a leaf at the end. And the letter P has an elf hat on it, also in green glitter. So yeah, so you can find all of this in my Etsy shop. So if you're interested in purchasing any of the tote bags, I'll have the product listings as well as the link to my Etsy shop down in the description. And last but not the least, all orders made from now until December 1st would be free US standard shipping. And as an added bonus for my YouTube subscribers and viewers, you can get 10% additional off with the discount code PLANTSGIVING10. So this is my Black Friday discount code and you're getting early access to it. Yeah, so once again, if you want to purchase my 2022 Plantiful Planner, it's available on Amazon. And if you want to get my Have a Plantiful tote bags or my Mary Plantmas tote bags, they are available in my Etsy shop. The links are all down in the description. So thank you so much for watching. I see you, appreciate you. Thank you so much for all the support and have a plentiful day. Bye.